Welcome to the BrainTuning Podcast. We are Joanna and Krisa, and together we will present a weekly meditation in English and in Greek. The idea for this podcast was born through our personal research and years of experimentation with meditation. We have noticed that by repeating the process, the mind learns to concentrate and develop awareness. And the more often we practice, the easier it gets to stay focused on what we are doing in the present moment. Whether you are a beginner in meditation practices or more advanced, you can feel the benefits. So let's begin. In this episode, we will practice something different while preparing and cooking our meal. We will give you some tips to turn this process into a pleasant meditation. Of course, we will go over all the steps with our eyes open. You may have heard that meditation is not just about sitting in a relaxed position. It also takes place when we are active and very focused, while our mind does not wander off to unreasonable thoughts. Every time you catch yourself getting lost in these thoughts, you can return your observation to the smells and sounds of the cooking process. The importance of nutrition in our lives is well known, but we tend to forget about it. Due to the intensity of our daily lives, we often may be led to choose the easy solution when we pick our food. We may also find it difficult to distinguish between emotional hunger and real hunger, something that leads us often to just eat out of habit or greed without even realizing it. If you want to change your eating habits, an effective way is to plan your meals and get their ingredients ahead of time. It is ideal to cook your own meals, and while consuming them, to concentrate entirely on this process, without distractions from your TV or other devices. We need to consciously choose our food and recognize when we are truly hungry. Every time we eat, it is also important to identify the feeling of saturation. When we connect with the true needs of our body, and we know how to listen to it, then we can nourish it properly with the right foods and in the right time. Before you start cooking, observe your mood. When we cook, our emotions are transferred into the food. This is why it is essential to cook with positive emotions, such as love, joy, and gratitude. Take a few deep breaths and let's start cooking. Since you are what you eat, it is important to choose the ingredients during the preparation of your food, buying always the best for you and avoiding ingredients that are too processed. The more natural and unprocessed our food is, the easier it becomes for our body to assimilate nutrients and feel full and healthy. Cooking can turn into a ritual. becoming one of the moments you spend time for yourself. Gather all your ingredients, appreciate their freshness, their smell, their colors. Consider how far they have come to reach you. Before you start cooking and while you process the ingredients, observe how their shapes change. Let's say you are chopping vegetables. Feel and look at the juices and smell the aromas they release. Whether you are heating oil for frying or boiling water, notice the change in their condition. All the ingredients are ready to take the shape you give them, creating a beautiful mix that combines all the senses to support the final taste. You add herbs and spices, but the secret ingredient will always be love. The presentation of our food, its texture, smell, and colors can be just as important as the taste of our food itself. Enjoy your meal. Written and narrated by Joanna Bakratza and Krisa Kurenta. Sound engineering by Krisa Kurenta. Recorded at Open Studio Post. You can find the BrainTuning Podcast in all podcast applications. If you enjoy our work and would like to support us, we have set up a donation button on the website HolisticEnergy.club. This will give us the opportunity to continue sharing more self-development techniques with you. For more information, you can visit HolisticEnergy.club and wisebproject.com. Stay brain-tuned.